Hey friends, thanks for watching this video. It's the end of April and beginning of May is upon us. This time always marks my birthday. I did a little Facebook post about that earlier, which you can find on my Facebook channel. So it's always kind of a time of reflection for me, but it's also it's also sort of the ending point of a watch period of watching what's going on in the Middle East with John Kerry. And as anybody who's been watching all that nonsense, all that drama unfold, well, we've pretty much seen the peace process between the Palestinians and the Israelis totally fall apart. The leader of the PLO, Abbas, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, he totally ruined any possible peace process by making a deal with Hamas, which is a terrorist organization with the goals of wiping Israel off the map. So it's pretty obvious he doesn't want peace. But we know that, and I've shown you in prior videos the Hamas charter and also the Palestinian charter, both of them, liberating Palestine, as far as what they call it. It's basically they want Israel, they want that entire land back, and peace to them is no Jews on the planet, period. I mean, Israel is celebrating or sort of remembering the Holocaust right now, and it's just the same thing. I mean, the enemy, Satan, has wanted to wipe out the Israelis as long as history goes back, as long as the Israelis were basically given their name. When Jacob's name was changed to Israel through the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the patriarch line, the line that was given the promise of that land. It's the promised land. And, that's the line that came through Sarah, Abraham's wife. It was a promise to him, even in old age, that both of them would have a son and that a great nation would be made through him. But he listened to his wife, Sarah, who didn't have any faith in that promise. And he basically, Sarah told him, why don't you lay with my handmaiden Hagar, and you got to have a son before you get too old. And so, in the same way that Adam listened to Eve, and he shouldn't have, and he ate that forbidden fruit, Abraham listened to Sarah and created a bloodline through a slave woman, Hagar, and created the father of Islam, who is Ishmael. And so this is a family feud between half-brothers. The line through Hagar and Ishmael, they believe they are the Arabs, and they believe that they have the inheritance, Abraham's inheritance of that land, and they don't. Which you can read the scriptures and go through that. The blessing was clearly given from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob, and then to Judah, who King David came through, and then our Messiah came through. And I believe it's pretty clear that the Antichrist will come through the other line, through Hagar, through the Arabs. It's an Islamist religion that will be taking place in the end times. So, but that's a whole other study. I digress. But basically, that this is a bloodline struggle. This is a half-brother's struggle. This is Ishmael coming against Jacob. Ishmael, his name, it says that he's a wild man and that his hand would be against his brother, and that's exactly what they are. That's what the Arabs are. Terrorists who don't want peace. They're wild men, and they want to take back that promised land. The reason, I'm just sort of going off the cuff here talking, but the reason why John Kerry is trying to put together a peace deal, and literally, as you've seen in my past videos, I showed the clips where it said that John Kerry is working towards a two-state solution, meaning the end of all claims to any kind of ownership of the land, the end of all wars and skirmishes, like the end, no more peace, no more wars, meaning like real actual peace in the Middle East. And that's just not going to happen because, and the reason why I've known this months and months ago, I told you that this John Kerry's thing is not going to happen. And I'm only right because I read the scriptures, and I was right. You know, there's a lot of nonsense on the internet in the last 9 months saying that this is, you know, the tribulation is going to begin. This is the peace covenant of Daniel 9:27. Nonsense. You're not reading the scriptures. You're not taking it in context. You're not rightly dividing the word. When you rightly divide the word, you can see what's happening. And so that's why I said nothing was going to happen, and that's why nothing happened. So it's just a lot of drama over there. It didn't happen. It wasn't supposed to happen because that can't happen. That Daniel 9:27 covenant of peace, it can't happen until after the rapture. And so you're not actually going to see, if you're a Christian, if you're a follower of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, that's not going to happen while you're here. It's just not going to happen. Now, of course, all of this is leading up to it. All of this is leading up to peace and safety and sudden destruction. They're going to get, somehow, some way, they're going to get there. And as I've said before in my videos, I believe that Daniel 9:27 peace covenant is going to be a solution post-war. So there's going to be a war that'll happen first, and then they will somehow, the Antichrist figure, who's not on the scene just yet, as far as we know, he can't be revealed until the Holy Spirit is removed. That's the restrainer, 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and that the rapture happens. Some translations call it the rebellion or the falling away, but if you study that a little deeper into the real words, that's the rapture. It's the catching away of the church will happen prior to the Antichrist being revealed, and it's that person, the Antichrist, that has to confirm that covenant of Daniel 9:27. And if he's not here on the scene, then that's not going to happen. And so that's why it didn't happen, because we're not gone, he's not here, and a war hasn't happened to be the reason for a peace agreement. So that's what's in the future. All those things are in the future. Boom, 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 one after the other. Rapture, Antichrist revealed, peace agreement, and a war is somewhere in there as well. And I believe that that's what the tetrad that's just begun, the 4 blood moons. We're in a time period where these things could all take place. I don't know any dates. I never claim any dates for anything, but that's just the way that's going to lay out. It just has to. That's what the scriptures say. So I just wanted to mention those things. I hope if you got a chance, if you're living in the West, that you got to see the blood moon. I got to see it. It was pretty cool. Had some haze, but I did take some pictures. It was a really neat event to watch. I've been waiting for this tetrad for years. So it's been like about 3 years I've been talking about this, and making video after video after video for years on that subject. And so it was really exciting for me to get to actually see that one. Don't know if we'll see the next one. I don't know. You know my beliefs. I believe that the Moedim, the Lord's feast days, are being fulfilled in order. The spring feasts have been fulfilled by the first coming of the Messiah, and that's the first 3 were fulfilled. The 4th one was fulfilled with the Holy Spirit being given to us, and the church was born. And the next 3 are all, if you study these through, they all have to do with the second coming, and the second coming is in parts. First is the rapture, and then there's the second coming where Yeshua touches his feet down on the Mount of Olives again, and then he sets up a millennial kingdom, and that's what they all mean: trumpets, atonement, and tabernacles. I'm writing it's going to be like a 7-part article on my website, erfministries.com. You can see I'm writing, a lot of you read it. It's the spring feasts fulfilled, and the next, I still have yet to do Pentecost, but I have some time until that happens. So, but I got the first 3 done, and I'll be writing on the next ones, which are the future. Building this website's been a major task. I've given myself a lot of work. I didn't know how much work this was. That's why I haven't been making so many videos, because I've been working on the website, and also writing articles. All this stuff just takes so much time. Trying to do a question of the week, which I've got to get a little bit more consistent with. I got to do that this week as well. And another thing to be warned about is that a lot of people are going to start. You're going to see all kinds of videos and nonsense. I've seen this every single year. It happens with every single Jewish holiday. Is that people start making stuff up. You're going to see this out there. Is that Pentecost is the rapture? Don't email me about that. I don't believe that. You can believe whatever you want. It doesn't make any difference to me. I would hope that you would see the prophecies in the feast days correctly. But Pentecost, I don't believe that that's a rapture holiday, and I'm not going to get all overexcited about it. If you want to get all up into that drama, then hey, go for it. But I'm not with you on that. So, cool. So have a good summer. It sounds like I'm not going to see you for a long time. No, I'll be here making videos and stuff. I have a lot of stuff to do. But I just want to give you that update. That's what's on my mind right now, and it just felt like sharing. And there you go. Thanks so much for checking out my website and for continuing to come back. There's a lot of stuff on there to check out. So I would encourage you to go do that. And that's all I have for now.